Hi, welcome to this Corbettmaths video. In this video, we're going to look at the video solutions to the substitution practice questions. If you need any extra help on substitution, if you go to corbettmaths.com/content and scroll down to video number 20, there's a video tutorial there on substitution. Alternatively, you could scan this QR code and it'll bring you straight to that video. But in this video, we're going to look at the video solutions to the substitution practice questions, so let's get started. So question number 1, we've been asked to find the value of 5c plus 2 if c is equal to 6. So in algebra, 5c means 5 times c, and c is the number 6. So we're going to do 5 times 6, and then we're going to add 2. 5 times 6 is 30, and then we need to add 2, and 30 plus 2 is equal to 32. So the value of 5c plus 2 if c is equal to 6 is 32. And let's just check that. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. Okay, let's have a look at our next question, question number 2. So question number 2 says, find the value of 4a minus b when a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 8. So we've got 4a, which means 4 times a, and then we're going to take away whatever b is. So we're going to do 4 times a, and a is equal to 9, so that's 4 times 9, so 4 times 9 is equal to 36. So we've got 36 take away b, and b is equal to 8, so we've got 36 take away 8 is equal to 28. So that means that the value of 4a minus b, whenever a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 8, is 28. And let's just check it. 4 times 9 is 36, take away 8 is 28. That's our answer, 28. Okay, question number 3. Question number 3, we've been asked to find the value of 12h plus 9t when h is equal to 11 and t is equal to 3. So 12h means 12 times h, and h is equal to 11. So we're going to do 12 times 11 and see what we get. So 12 times 11, no, in our 12 times tables, is 132. So 12h is 132, so we've got 132 plus, and then we've got 9 times t. So it's going to be 9 times 3, so we've got 9 times 3 is equal to 27. So we're going to do 132 plus 9t, which is 27. And if we just add those together, 132 plus 27 will be 159. So the value of 12h plus 9t when h is equal to 11 and t is equal to 3 is 159. And let's just check it. 12 times h is 132, 9 times 3 is equal to 27, add them together, 159. So question number 4. Question number 4, we've been asked to circle the expression that has got the greatest value whenever y is equal to 10. So here we've got 4 expressions. We've got 2y, 31 minus y, y plus 10, and y divided by 2, or y over 2, which means y divided by 2. So let's use our value of y is equal to 10 to work out the value of each of these expressions. So 2y means 2 times y is equal to 10, 2 times 10 would be 20. So that expression would be equal to 20. This one, we've got 31 subtract y, well y is equal to 10, so we've got 31 subtract 10. 31 subtract 10 would be 21, so that's equal to 21. This expression, y plus 9, well y plus 9 would be 10 plus 9, which is 19. And finally, the last expression, which means y divided by 2, well 10 divided by 2 is 5. And we've been asked to circle the expression that's got the greatest value whenever y is equal to 10. Well, the expression that has the largest value is this one, our 31 take away y. That's equal to 21, whereas all the other expressions have got values that are less than 21. Okay, question number 5. So question number 5, we've been given that x is equal to 6 and y is equal to negative 2. And we've been asked to find the values of, and we've got some expressions. So x squared. Well, x is equal to 6, so we're going to do 6 squared. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. So that would be equal to 36. So 6 squared is 36. Next, 5x plus y. Well, 5x means 5 times x, and x is equal to 6, so we're going to do 5 times 6, and 5 times 6 is equal to 30. So we've got 30 plus, and then whatever value y is, and y is equal to negative 2, so we're going to do 30 plus negative 2. Now, whenever we add a negative number, we take away, because when we add a positive number, it goes up. When we add a negative number, it goes down. So we're going to do 30 plus negative 2, so it's going to be 2 lower than 30, which would be equal to 28. So the expression 5x plus y, whenever x is equal to 6 and y is equal to negative 2, will be equal to 28. Okay, our next question. Our next question, we've been asked to find the value of x plus y squared. So x was equal to 6 and y is equal to negative 2. We've been asked to work out the value of x plus y squared. So we've got x, which is 6, plus, and then we've got y squared. So we've got minus 2 squared. So minus 2 squared. So we now need to work out minus 2 or negative 2 squared, because remember our order of operations, brackets, orders, divisions and multiplications, additions and subtractions. So we've got a squaring, which is an order or an indice. So we're going to work this out first. Negative 2 squared. Well, that's negative 2 times a negative 2, A negative times a negative is a positive, so negative 2 squared is equal to 4. Negative 2 squared is equal to 4, because negative 2 times a negative 2 is 4. So we've got 6 plus 4, and 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So if we were given x plus y squared, we would have 6 plus negative 2 squared. Negative 2 times itself is equal to 4. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. Okay, our next question. Okay, part D. So part D, we've been given the expression y plus 20 over x. So that means y plus 20 divided by x. Remember, x is equal to 6 and y is equal to negative 2. So we've got y plus 20, so it's going to be negative 2 plus 20. And then we're going to divide that by over 6. So we need to work out our top line first. So we've got negative 2 plus 20. Well, if we had minus 2 plus 20, well, minus 2 plus 20, adding 2 would bring you to 0. Adding over 18 would bring you to 18. So negative 2 plus 20 is equal to 18 divided by 6. And 18 divided by 6 is 3. So the answer would be 3. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. Okay, question number 6. So question number 6, we've been given P is equal to 2W plus 2L. And we've been asked to find P whenever W is equal to 3 and L is equal to 9. So we've got 2 times W and 2 times L, and that's equal to P. So we've got P equals 2 times W, so that's 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 is equal to 6, plus, and then we've got 2 times L, L is equal to 9, 2 times 9 is equal to 18. So P is equal to 6 plus 18, and 6 plus 18 is equal to 24, so P is equal to 24. And let's just check that. 2 times W, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 9 is 18, add them together, 24, so P is equal to 24. Okay, question number 7. So question number 7, it's a non-calculator question, and we've been given that M is equal to 0.5, P is equal to 0.75, and C is equal to 2.2. We've been asked to find the value of 3C plus M. So that's 3 times C, so 3 times 2.2, so 3 times 2.2 is equal to 6.6. So we've got 6.6 plus M, and M is equal to 0.5. So 6.6 plus 0.5 would be 7.1. So the answer would be 7.1. Okay, part B, we've been asked to find M plus P plus C. So that's just adding them all together. So that's 0.5 plus 0.75 plus 2.2. So let's add them together and see what we get. That's a non-calculator question, so I'm just going to use my column method. So we've got our 2.2, our 0.75, and 0.5. So putting our line, plus sign, lining up our decimal points and putting a point beneath it, and putting in zeros for these ones to make sure they're all the same length. So 0 plus 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 7 is equal to 9, plus 5 is equal to 14, so put our 4 down and carry a 1. And 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 3. So the answer will be 3.45. So question number 8. So question number 8 says the cost of hiring a hot tub is found by the formula hire cost is equal to £50 plus an extra £45 per day. So that means that we've got to pay £50 no matter what, so no matter how many days we hire the hot tub for, plus every single day we hire the hot tub, we've got to pay an extra £45. So if we hired it for 1 day, we'd have £50 plus one lot of £45, that'd be £95 for 1 day. For 2 days, we'd have 2 lots of £45, that's going to be 90, plus our £50 would be £140. For 3 days, we'd do 3 lots of £45, plus the extra £50 and so on. So part A says work out the hire cost of hiring the hot tub for 21 days. So it's £50 plus an extra £45 per day. So it's going to be £45 for the 21 days, so 45 times 21. So remember our order of operations, brackets, order, divisions and multiplications, additions and subtractions. So we've got to do our multiplication first, we've got to do our 21 lots of £45 to begin with, and then add on our £50. So whenever we work out 45 times 21, and it's a calculator question, so 45 times 21, so that's equal to £945. So the 21 lots of the £45 is equal to £945. But we've also got to add on £50. So 50 plus 945. And that would be equal to £995. So the answer is £995. If the question said work out the cost of hiring the hot tub for 30 days, we would do 30 times 45 and then add on our 50 and so on. And we're now told Alex hires a hot tub for a number of days and the cost is £545. So we're not told how many days he's hired it for, but we're told the cost. And part B says how many days did Alex hire the hot tub for? So first of all, we know that whenever we want to work out the cost of hiring it, we take the number of days, we multiply it by 45 and then we add on 50. So let's take the final price and take off the £50 to begin with. So let's take off that £50, that set fee. So whenever we do 545, take away 50, that's equal to £495. and that's equal to £495. So remember, the hire cost is £50 plus £45 per day. We've taken off the £50, we're left with £495. So if we divide this by 45, we can then see how many days Alex hired the hot tub for. So 495 divided by 45, and then we can see how many days he hired it for. So 495 divided by 45 is equal to 11. So that means that Alex hired the hot tub for 11 days. And we can check our answer. If we do 11 times 45, that's equal to 495. And if we add on 50, the hire cost would be £545. So the answer is 11 days. Okay, question number 9. So question number 9 says this formula can be used to convert between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So if we want to change between degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit, we use this formula, which is F is equal to 1.8 times C plus 32. So in other words, if we have the temperature in Celsius, we can times it by 1.8 and add 32, and that'll give us our temperature in Fahrenheit. So part A says convert 2 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. So we know our degrees Celsius is 2, so we're going to do 1.8 times 2. And then we're going to add on 32. So 1.8 times 2 is equal to 3.6, and then we're going to add on 32. So 3.6 plus 32 is equal to 35.6, and that's degrees Fahrenheit. So the answer is 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So part B, we're asked to convert 50 degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius. So if we want to find our degrees Fahrenheit, we take our degrees Celsius, we times it by 1.8 and add 32. So if we work backwards, we can find our degrees Celsius. So if we take our 50 degrees, we take away 32 degrees, that's equal to 18. And then if we divide that by 1.8, that would tell us our degrees Celsius. So 18 divided by 1.8 is equal to 10. So 50 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius would be 10 degrees Celsius. So that was one approach, is working backwards, because we know that to go from Celsius to Fahrenheit, we multiply by 1.8 and add 32. So we could take away 32 and divide by 1.8. Alternatively, we could use an equation. So if we know our value for F, or Fahrenheit, we could write 50 is equal to 1.8C plus 32. So that's an equation, and we're going to solve this. So if we want to solve this equation, we want to find C. We want to get the C on its own. So we want to get rid of the multiply by 1.8, and we want to get rid of our plus 32. So let's get rid of our plus 32 to begin with. So let's take away 32 and take away 32. 50 take away 32 is equal to 18. And then on the right hand side of our equation, we have 1.8c, so 1.8c. Now we had plus 32, we took away 32, so we've just got our 1.8c. Now we don't want 1.8 times c, we just want c, so we need to do the opposite to get rid of the multiplying by 1.8. So let's divide by 1.8 and divide by 1.8. 18 divided by 1.8 is 10, and on our right hand side of our equation we had 1.8c. We divided by 1.8 to get rid of the 1.8, so we're just left with 1c or just c. So c is equal to 10, and that's our answer. So you can do that part B in two different approaches, using an equation or working backwards. Okay, question number 10. So question number 10 says, given that A is equal to 4, B is equal to 9, and C is equal to -5, work out the value of AB plus 24, all divided by 2C. So in other words, we need to multiply A and B together, the values for A and B, and then add 24, and then we need to divide that by 2C, so double the value for C. So let's work that out. So AB, well, it's going to be 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is equal to 36 plus 24 divided by, and then we've got 2C, that's going to be 2 times -5, and 2 times -5 is -10. So we've got 36 plus 24 divided by -10. Now we need to add our top line together, so add our 36 and our 24. 36 plus 24 is equal to 60 divided by -10. Now we just need to do our division. We need to do 60 divided by -10. Now 60 divided by 10 is 6, so 60 divided by -10 would be -6, or -6. So the answer would be -6. Okay, question number 11a, we've been asked to find the value of 5 brackets A plus C, close brackets, whenever A is equal to 4 and C is equal to 9. So let's substitute in our values. So we've got 5 and then brackets and then A plus C. Well, it's going to be 4 plus 9, so 4 plus 9. Now let's work out our 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is 13, so we've got 5 brackets 13, and that means 5 times 13. And 5 times 13 would be equal to 65. So that would be equal to 65. That's our answer, 65. And let's just check that. If we had A plus C, that's 4 plus 9, that's equal to 13. We've got 5 lots of 13, and that's equal to 65. Okay, question B. Question B says find the value of 7x plus 2y whenever x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -9. So 7x means 7 times x, and x is equal to 2. So 7 times 2 is equal to 14. Then we've got plus, and we've got 2 times y. So y is equal to -9. double or times them by 2 would give us negative 18, because 2 times minus 9 is minus 18. So we're going to be doing 14 plus and then minus 18. So we've got 14 plus minus 18. So when we add a positive number, it goes up. When we add a negative number, it goes down. So we're going to do 14 take away 18. And 14 take away 18 would be equal to minus 4. So the answer would be minus 4, negative 4. Okay, question number 12. We've got P is equal to 2W plus 2L. And we've been asked to find W whenever P is equal to 30 and L is equal to 11. So let's substitute those values in and see what we get. So instead of P, we know that's equal to 30. So we've got 30 equals, and then 2W, well, that's still going to be 2W, and we're trying to find what W is. And then we've got plus, and then 2 times L. Well, L is equal to 11, so 2 times 11 is 22. So we've got 30 is equal to 2W plus 22. Now this is an equation and we can solve it. So let's solve this equation. So we want to get the W on its own. So we want to get rid of this plus 22 on this right hand side of this equation. And to get rid of plus 22, we take away 22 and take away 22. We take away 22 from both sides of the equation. 30 take away 22 is 8. And on the right hand side of our equation, we had 2W plus 22. We took away 22, so we'd just be left with 2W. Now we don't want 2 times W, we just want W, so let's get rid of this 2. This is times by 2, let's do the inverse, the opposite, so let's divide by 2 and divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 2W divided by 2 would just be W. So the answer is W is equal to 4, so W is equal to 4. And we can check our answer. If W is equal to 4, that's 2 times W, which is 8, and 2 times L, 2 times 11 is 22, 8 plus 22 is 30. So that's it, so we've got the right answer. Okay, question number 13. So question number 13, we've been told that y is equal to w subtract 2a squared, and we were told that w is equal to 400 and a is equal to 5, and we've been asked to work out the value for y. So let's substitute in our values and see what we get. So we've got y is equal to, and instead of w, we're going to write 400, and then we've got subtract 2a squared. So that means take away 2 times a squared. Now a is equal to 5, so it's going to be 5 squared. So we've got 400 take away 2 times 5 squared. So now we just need to work this out to find what y is. So let's remember our order of operations. So we've got brackets. No, there's no brackets. Then order, so that's going to be our squares, square roots, cubes, cube roots, and so on. Now we do have a squared, so we have to do 5 squared first of all. 5 squared is 25, so we've got 25. And let's put everything down in front of it. So we've got 400 take away 2 times, and then that's equal to 25, and that's y equals. So we've got y equals 400 take away 2 times 25, just working out the 5 squared. Now we've got divisions and multiplications. Well, we do have a multiplication, so we're going to do 2 times 25 next. So 2 times 25 is 50, and we've still got our 400 subtract, and y equals. So we've got y equals 400 take away 50, and 400 take away 50, well, that's going to be a subtract, so we've got y equals 400 take away 50 is equal to 350. So answer is 350, and we can check it. Remember, to work out y, we're going to do w subtract 2a squared, and we've got to do our order of operations, so we have to square a first of all. 5 squared is 25. Then we do our multiplication. 2 times 25 is 50, and then we've got 400 take away 50 is equal to 350. Okay, question number 14. So question number 14, we're told that the cost in pounds C of hiring a car is given by the formula C is equal to 25D plus 45, where D is the number of days the car is hired. So in other words, the cost is 25 times the number of days plus £45. And we've been asked to find C whenever D is equal to 4. So in other words, find the cost for hiring the car for 4 days. So we're going to do C is equal to 25 times D, so it's going to be 25 times 4 plus 45. So the cost would be 25 times 4 would be 100 plus 45, and then 100 plus 45 is equal to 145. So that means the cost of hiring the car for 4 days would be £145. And let's just check it. 25 times the number of days, 25 times 4 is 100 plus 45, £145. And part B says find D if C is equal to 245. So we can do this in 2 different ways. We could work backwards. Remember, to find the cost, we took the number of days, we times it by 25, and then we added 45. So if we know the cost of 245, we could take away 45. So we could do 245 take away 45 is equal to 200, and then divide it by 25 because it's £25 per day. So if we do 200 divided by 25, that's equal to 8. So that means that the car was hired for 8 days. So that's one approach, 8 days, D is equal to 8. Another approach is to use the formula. So we had C is equal to 25D plus 45, and we know that C is equal to 245. So we get 245 is equal to 25D plus 45. So if we want to solve this equation, we want to get the D on its own. So we want to take away 45 and take away 45. So that gives us 245, take away 45 is 200, is equal to, and on the right hand side we'd just be left with our 25d. We want to get what d is, so we're going to divide by 25 and divide by 25, and 200 divided by 25 is 8, and 25d divided by 25 is d. So we get that d is equal to 8, and that's it. So we could use either our equation or working backwards. Okay, our next question, question number 15. So question number 15, we've been told that w is equal to 2x plus 5y. And we've been asked to find the value of w whenever x is equal to 8 and y is equal to negative 3. So w is equal to 2 times x, so that's going to be 2 times 8, which is 16, plus, and then we've got 5 times y, 5 times minus 3 would be minus 15, so add minus 15. So we've got w is equal to 16 plus negative 15. So when we add a positive, it goes up. When we add a negative, it goes down. So we've got 16 take away 15. And 16 take away 15 is equal to 1. So w would be equal to 1. So w equals 1. Okay, part B. Part B, we're told that w is equal to 2x plus 5y. And we've been asked to find the value of x whenever w is equal to 59 and y is equal to 7. So let's substitute those in and see what we get. So we've got w is equal to 2x plus 5y. We're told that w is equal to 59, so we've got 59 equals 2x, so that's still 2x, plus, and then 5y. Y is equal to 7, 5 times 7 would be 35. So now we've got an equation, we just need to solve it. We want to find our x. So we want to get rid of our plus 35, so let's take away 35 and take away 35. 59 take away 35 is 24, and that equals on our right hand side, we're just left with our 2x. And then we're going to divide by 2 and divide by 2. 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12, and 2x divided by 2 is just equal to x. So the value of x is 12. So we've got w is equal to 1, the value of w is 1, and the value of x is 12. Okay, our next question. Okay, question number 16. So question number 16 says the amount of medicine to give to a puppy up to 18 months old can be worked out using this formula. So we've got S equals AM divided by 18. And we're told that S is the amount of medicine in milliliters, so the amount of medicine to give the puppy in milliliters, S. A is the dose for an adult dog, so whatever you give an adult dog in milliliters would be that value, and M is the age of the puppy in months. So if it's a 9-month-old puppy, M would be equal to 9. And we're told a puppy is 3 months old, and the adult dog's dose of the whatever medicine is 45 milliliters. Work out the amount of medicine the puppy should be given. So the amount of medicine the puppy should be given is S, and that's equal to A, which is the adult dose, which is 45. Multiplied by M, which is the age in months, which is 3 months, and then we're going to divide that by 18. So we just need to work out 45 times 3 and then divide that by 18. So 45, S is equal to 45 times 3 is equal to 135, and we're going to divide that by 18. So S is equal to 135 divided by 18 is equal to 7.5. So that means that this dose for this puppy would be 7.5 milliliters. So that's it. So answer is 7.5 milliliters. Okay, next question. Question number 17. So question number 17 says M is equal to A, B, C. So that means A times B times C. So it's going to be M is equal to A, which is 3, times B, which is negative 8, times C, which is equal to 2. So we're going to do 3 times minus 8 times 2 and see what we get. So M is equal to 3 times negative 8. Well, 3 times 8 is 24. So 3 times negative 8 would be negative 24. And then we're going to times that by 2. Negative 24 times 2. Well, 24 times 2 is 48. So negative 24 times 2 would be negative 48. So M is equal to negative 48. So negative 48. So we just times these numbers together. You could do it in any order. You could do 3 times 2 is 6. And then 6 times minus 8, which would be negative 48. Or in our case, we just done A times B times C. So we've done 3 times minus 8, which is minus 24. And then times that by 2 to get minus 48. Okay, next question. Question number 18. So question number 18. Heidi is a plumber and she uses this formula to work out the cost to charge her customers. So C is the total cost of the job in pounds, and we've got 40 times H, and H is the number of hours worked, plus P, which is the cost of any parts used in pounds, plus 0.5 times D, and D is the distance travelled in miles. So Heidi's last job took 3 hours, so we know that H is equal to 3, so H is equal to 3. We know the cost of the parts was £17.50, so the cost of the parts is £17.50, and the total cost of the job was £156. And we've been asked to work out how far Heidi travelled in miles. So we know the formula is the cost is equal to 40 times H plus P plus 0.5 D. So let's substitute in the values we know. So we know C. C is the total cost of the job, which is 156, and that's equal to 40 times h, well h is equal to 3, so 40 times 3 is equal to 120. Plus p, the cost of the parts, which is plus 17.5 or £17.50, plus 0.5 times the distance d, and we don't know this distance, and that's what we're trying to find out. So if we have a look at what we've got 156 is equal to 120 plus 17.5 plus 0.5d. Let's add together the 120 and the 17.5 and see what we get. So we've got 156 is equal to 120 plus 17.5 would be 137.5, and then we've still got our plus 0.5d. Now this is an equation we need to solve. We want to find what d is. So we want to get rid of this 137.5 and we want to get rid of this 0.5. So let's get rid of the 137.5 first of all. So let's take away 137.5 from both sides of our equation. So 156 take away 137.5 is equal to 18.5. And then on the right hand side of our equation, we took away the 137.5 to get rid of the 137.5. So we're just left with our 0.5d. Now this is 0.5 times d, so we don't want this times by 0.5, so we're going to divide both sides by 0.5. So we're going to divide by 0.5 and divide by 0.5. Starting off with the right hand side of the equation, that's quite easy. We're dividing by 0.5 to get rid of the 0.5, so we're just left with d, because 0.5 divided by 0.5 is 1. 1d is just d. And then we want to divide 18.5 by 0.5, so we want to see how many 0.5s go into 18.5, and it's a calculator question. You can do that if you wanted to, so divide that by 0.5 and you get that's equal to 37. So the answer is just 37. So how far did Heidi travel in miles? 37 miles. Okay, question number 19. We've been given that x plus 3 is equal to 10, and we've been asked to work out the value of 5x minus 3 divided by 4. Well, if you have a look here, we've been given an equation. We've got x plus 3 is equal to 10. We can solve this and find x. Just looking at it, you might be able to see that x is equal to 7, because 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Alternatively, you can solve the equation. So we can, if we've got x plus 3 is equal to 10, we want to get rid of the plus 3, so we take away 3 and take away 3. On our left-hand side of our equation, we'd just be left with x. And on the right-hand side of our equation, we had 10, take away 3 is equal to 7. So we've got that x is equal to 7 here. And now we can use that information to work out 5x minus 3 divided by 4. So we're going to do 5 times x. Well, that's 5 times 7, that's 35, minus 3 divided by 4. 35 minus 3, well, that's equal to 32, and then we've still got divided by 4. And 32 divided by 4 is equal to 8. So that means the value of 5x minus 3 divided by 4 is equal to 8. Okay, let's have a look at our next question. Question number 20. So question number 20 says v is equal to u plus at, and we've been asked to work out the value for v whenever u is equal to 23, a is equal to 4, and t is equal to 3. So remember at means a times t. So to work out v, we're going to take our u, which is equal to 23, and then we're going to add a times t. Well, that's going to be 4 times 3, and 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So we've got v is equal to 23 plus 12 is equal to 35. So v is equal to 35. Okay, part B. Part B, we've been asked to work out the value of u whenever v is equal to 30, a is equal to 2, and t is equal to 8. So remember the formula was v equals u plus at. I know that one off by heart. And we've been asked to work out the value for u. We know v is equal to 30, so we've got 30 is equal to, and we're still trying to find u, so let's leave our u there, plus a times t. Well, a times t would be 2 times 8, which is 16. So we've got 30 is equal to u plus 16. Well, let's take away 16 and take away 16 to leave us with our u here on our right hand side. 30 take away 16 is equal to 14 is equal to u. So u equals 14. So u is equal to 14. Okay, and part C. Part C, we've been asked to work out the value of t whenever v is equal to 40, u is equal to 12, and a is equal to 4. So v equals u plus at. Our v is equal to 40, so we've got 40. Our u is equal to 12, so 12 plus, and then we've got a times t. Well, a is equal to 4, so it's going to be 4 times t, but we don't know t, so it's going to be 4 times t. Now this is an equation, 40 equals 12 plus 4t, so we're now going to solve this equation. So we want to get the t on its own, so we want to get rid of this 12, and then we want to get rid of this multiplied by 4. So let's get rid of the 12 by taking away 12 and take away 12. On our left hand side, 40 take away 12 is 28 and is equal to, and on our right hand side we had 12 plus 4t. We've taken away our 12, so we're just left with 4t. So 28 equals 4 times t. We don't want this times by 4, so let's divide by 4 and divide by 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7, and 4t divided by 4, we're dividing by 4 to get rid of the 4, so we're just left with t. So t equals 7. And we can check our answer. If we go back to our formula, we've got u, which is 12, plus a times t, well, it's going to be 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 12 is equal to 40. So it's right. So our answer, t, is equal to 7. Okay, question number 21. Okay, question number 21. So in question number 21, it's a bit different than the ones we've done so far, where we're told that 2x minus y is equal to 17. I've been asked to work out the value of 6x minus 3y. Now in this question, we're not told what x is and we're not told what y is, but we don't actually need it, because if you look at what we're trying to work out, 6x minus 3y, that's 3 times what we were given. 2x minus y, if you multiply both of these by 3 times 2x is 6x, and minus y times 3 would be minus 3y. So we have just times this by 3. So if we've just times this by 3 to get that, then we just need to times 17 by 3. And if we just work out 17 times 3, that will be what this is worth. And this is a non-calculator question, so we could do 17 plus 17 plus 17. So 17 plus 17 is 34, add 17 is 51. So the answer would be 51. And part B, we've been asked to work out the value of y minus 2x. So we've got 2x minus y, but we've been asked to work it out the other way around. So instead of doing 2x minus y, we're going to do y minus 2x. Now what's interesting here is if I pick two numbers, 5 take away 3. 5 take away 3 is equal to 2. If I turn those numbers around and I do 3 take away 5 instead of 5 take away 3, well 3 take away 5 is equal to negative 2. So what we're going to find here is that instead of doing 2x minus y to get 17, if we do the subtraction the other way around and do y take away 2x, that's going to be equal to negative 17. So the answer will be negative 17. And the reason is, whenever we done 2x minus y, we got 17. So if we do the subtraction the other way around and took the bigger number away from the smaller number, we're going to get minus 17. Okay, let's have a look at question number 22. Okay, let's have a look at question number 22. So question number 22, we've been told that y equals 7x squared. And we've been asked to explain what happens to y whenever the value of x doubles. Now in this question, we've got y equals 7x squared. That means we're taking the value for x, we're squaring it, and then timesing it by 7. Because remember, the order of operations, we have to square before we multiply. And we've been asked to find what happens to the value of y whenever x doubles. Now we're not told a value for x here, so let x equal 1. So let's let x equal a certain number, and I'm going to choose 1 because it's a nice easy one to start with. So to find the value for y, we're going to do 7 times 1 squared. 1 squared is 1, so we've got y equals 7 times 1, and 7 times 1 is equal to 7. So whenever x equals 1, y is equal to 7. Now, let x equal another number, and in terms of the value for x, we want to find what happens to the value of y whenever x doubles, so it makes sense to let now x equal 2, because that's double 1. So y is equal to 7 times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, so we've got y equals 7 times 4, and y equals 7 times 4 is 28. So whenever the value for x doubles, if you look here, we've doubled the value for x, but the value for y has gone from 7 to 28, so it's actually got 4 times larger, so times by 4. So whenever the value for x doubles, the value for y becomes 4 times larger. So let's explain that. So I've just explained when the value of x doubles, the value of y is 4 times larger. Okay, let's have a look at our next question, question number 23. So question number 23 is similar. We've been given that y is equal to 800 divided by x cubed. So, and again, we're not told the value for x and the value for y, and we're asked to explain what happens to the value of y whenever x doubles. So let's again let x equals 1. So let x equals 1, and let's work out our value for y. So y equals 800 divided by 1 cubed. 1 cubed is 1, so y equals 800 divided by 1, which is equal to 800. So whenever x equals 1, y is equal to 800. Now let's double that. So let's double our value for x. So x is equal to, double 1 is 2, so let x equal 2. So we get y equals 800 divided by 2 cubed. So that's going to be equal to, 2 cubed is 8, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, so we get 800 divided by 8, and 800 divided by 8 is 100. So whenever the value for x doubles, so goes from 1 to 2, the value for y goes from 800 to 100. It's actually been divided by 8, so it's 8 times smaller. So let's explain that. And that's it. So just explain when x doubles, y is 8 times smaller. Okay, let's have a look at question number 24. So question number 24, and this is a calculator question, and we've been asked to calculate the value of x to the power of y, subtract y to the power of x. And we've been given that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 6. So let's write that down. So x to the power of y, so it's going to be x, which is 3, to the power of y, so it's going to be to the power of 6. And then we're going to take away y, which is 6, to the power of 3, which is cubed. So 3 to the power of 6, well, 3 to the power of 6 is equal to 729. Doing 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Alternatively, on my calculator, I just typed in 3 to the power of 6. Subtract, and 6 cubed is equal to 216, doing 6 times 6 times 6, or just on my calculator doing 6 cubed. And when we do that, we get 729 take away 216 is equal to 513. So the answer is 513. Okay, let's have a look at our next question, question number 25. So in question number 25, we're told that 80 is equal to 2mn, where m and n are negative integers. So m and n are negative numbers. And we've been asked to write down a possible pair of numbers for m and n. So we're looking for possible values for m and n, which would work to make this work. Okay, so we're told that 80 is equal to 2 times m times n. Now, if it's 2 times m times n, that means that mn must be equal to 40, because 2 times 40 is equal to 80. So we could just divide this by 2 to get 40 is equal to mn. So we want to find two numbers that will times together, two negative numbers that will times together to give us 40. So we could have m equals and n equals. So m could be equal to negative 40 and n could be equal to negative 1. We could have m's equal to negative 20, n's equal to negative 2, m's equal to negative 10, n's equal to negative 4. We could have negative 8 and negative 5. We could have negative 5 and negative 8. We could have negative 4 and negative 10. We could have negative 4 and negative 10. We could have negative 2 and negative 20. We could have negative 1 and negative 40. And we're told that m and n are integers, so they're all our possible options. And we're just asked to write down a possible pair. So you could have negative 40 and negative 1, negative 20 and negative 2, negative 10 and negative 40, and so on. So any of those would work. Okay, question number 26. Okay, question number 26. So question number 26, we're told that y equals x minus 5 brackets x plus 1. So what that means is we've got this bracket and we're going to multiply it by this bracket. And we've been asked to find y whenever x is equal to negative 3. So we know that x is equal to negative 3. So that means we can work out the value of this bracket, we can work out the value for that bracket, and then just times them together. And that will tell us our value for y. So y equals, we've got x take away 5. Now x is negative 3, so we're going to do negative 3 take away 5, and negative 3 take away 5, well, going down another 5 will be negative 8. So we've got negative 8 for the first bracket. If we've got negative 3 take away 5, that's negative 8. For our second bracket, we've got minus 3 or negative 3 plus 1. We've got negative 3 plus 1, we're going back up 1, so it's going to be negative 2. So in our second bracket, we're going to have negative 2, and now we just need to times them together. Negative 8 times negative 2, well, negative times negative is a positive, and 8 times 2 is 16. So y equals 16. So y is equal to 16. Question number 27. Okay, question number 27. So in question number 27, we've been given that w equals x over 2y, and 4w plus 3y equals 30. And we've been asked to work out the value of x whenever y is equal to 4. So if we have a look here, we've got 4w plus 3y equals 30. Now, if we know the value for y, we can do 3 times that, so that's 3 times 4. And then we'll end up with 4w plus, and 3 times 4 is 12, equals 30. Now, this is an equation. We can solve this to get our value for w. Then we can use our value for y and our value for w to get our value for x using our top information here, our top formula. So let's solve this and find our value for w first of all. So we've got 4w plus 12 equals 30. So we want to get the w on its own, so let's take away 12 and take away 12. 4w plus 12, take away 12, will just leave us with 4w. And on our right hand side, we've got 30, take away 12 is equal to 18. So we've got 4w equals 18. We want to find w, so we're going to divide by 4 and divide by 4. 4w divided by 4 would just be w, and 18 divided by 4, well, half it is 9, half it again is 4.5. So we now know that whenever y is equal to 4, w is equal to 4.5. So we've got two of the variables, y and w. Now we can use that to find x. So looking at our top information here, our top formula, we've got w is equal to x over 2y. So let's substitute in the values we know. W, that's 4.5. So we've got 4.5 equals x. Well, we're trying to find x, so that's going to be x, and then divided by 2y. Now y is equal to 4, 2 times y will be equal to 8. So we've now got 4.5 equals x divided by 8. Now we don't want this divided by 8, we just want our x. So let's multiply both sides of our equation by 8 to get rid of this divide by 8. 4.5 times 8, well, 4.5 times 8 is equal to 36. And x divided by 8, we times by 8 to get rid of the divide by 8, so we're just going to be left with x. So x equals 36. So the answer is 36. And that's it. These have been the video solutions to the substitution practice questions. I really hope you found this video useful. If you have found it useful, please like it and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.